I'm that girl who just loves you. And so being of service and trying to help everyone that I can through sharing my information that I get from quantum sessions and my own personal experiences, I'm here to be of service. So the teams are asking me today to ask you to step into your non-shyness and to message me either through the comments or email me, and I can send a link in the description box for any questions that you have that you're still sticking with and you just want to get to the bottom of it and understand what the significance and purpose of it is. Obviously, these I would prefer if they were general questions that could be helpful for all public, so then I can respond that way. And if you've still got some really big personal stuff that you're trying to figure out the significance and the purpose and the meanings of it, then that is perfect for you to then ask in your own quantum session. I do work with other practitioners who are very keen to practice more and more. So if you're feeling like this is time for you now to start having your own sessions, or if you feel like you've got a really appropriate question for general, just there may be something that I've missed or that has not been fully explained to your desires and needs in the sessions or in these videos. So please let me help you by telling me what is needed. Unfortunately, I keep feeling like sometimes because I've heard all this information in so many different sessions delivered in so many different ways that one of my concerns is that I have not got it out specifically for public information. And so sometimes when I do so many private sessions, I forget what is public and what is private. And sometimes even in the public sessions, people still love to hear and expand upon a certain topic or concept or information that just is their kind of missing piece of the puzzle. So I'm definitely willing and ready to be able to help just provide those pieces for your tool belt. So this is something that they are wanting because they feel like so many of you are shy still, and they keep prompting you and keep prompting you and keep prompting you, and they sort of feel like they're saying, Joanne, you needed to tell them directly that it's okay to message. And it is okay to message. I'm still here. I'm still in holiday mode mostly, but I still want to be able to assist you because holy heck, my friends, if we didn't have this perspective and this information, life would be very challenging, even more challenging than what we're already experiencing. They also want to tell, when I sort of thought, is there anything you want me to share today? Because I'm not going to just do these videos if it's just me waffling on with no agenda. So once again, when I opened myself up to feeling into what they wanted me to share with you, it was like, as Erin would say, they presented a Santa's list for me. And I just thought, really? You want me to tell them about this? So anyway, there was a lot. So I just try and remember the ones that I just thought, okay, oh, well, there's no harm in talking. In a summary, with the question about the microwave food, random, I know, but still interesting, their only major concern was when they were thinking about meat and sharing the information about meat. I don't feel like it's their recommendation to be using the microwave for food or even just ovens because they keep just going on about how raw food is the best and maybe just lightly searing it. Because the more we cook it and manipulate the raw content, the less nutrition it is for us. But they keep saying that your bodies are changing so much that really the thought of needing food is almost an illusion now. So we're in this routine of stuffing our faces with much love. And so they're sort of saying, just check, because we should be fulfilling ourselves and our cells with fluid, with water. Just see, if you are drinking water, do you really still then desire, just are you wanting the food because you're actually hungry, or you actually sort of bored and you kind of just want to do something with your hands? So they're sort of suggesting to me quite strongly, it's actually habits now. And this actually is interesting because everyone's talking about these food shortages. And as soon as we hear that something's limited or going to be restricted, God, we want it so much more. Even, you know, our worst vegetable, oh, there's a shortage. Oh no, I suddenly love my thing I hate the most. You know, for dramatics, sorry. So just check, are we hearing about these food shortages and then suddenly having this extra desire to must have my own, I need my own supply? So I feel like there's manipulation and coercion there, because if we're not listening to that fear-based nonsense to freak us out and become hoarders of every sort of whatever we need. If we just put that fear and distraction aside and focus and be in tune with our bodies, what are our bodies honestly saying to us? When we're drinking more and more water, we need to drink more and more water. It's a very rare occasion that when I ask in sessions from the subconscious, is my client drinking enough water? And they say, oh, no. And so, surprise, we still need to do that. So please, 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 please don't ever overlook the power of water. I know that they say this all the time and we think, yeah, what else you got for us? It feels like they're constantly telling us what to do, and they're saying, yes, they are our guides. They're guiding us constantly for our betterment. So we could be that little stubborn child, or we could respect that they actually have really helpful, really good advice. They would never mislead us. And they're saying a lot. Anyway, sorry. So on repeat. So yeah, I don't think we clarified or mansplained enough about the microwave, in terms of they just didn't think it was a good idea in general, really, because of how it changes the cells of the food for our systems, and it's almost unrecognizable for us to break it down. So there's that. And then they also wanted to say something, which I still don't understand why they're saying this. I had a session the other day with this incredible woman. Love her entire family. And as we were journeying through her regression, I was asking her, do you get a sense if you're young or old? And she said during the regression, oh, middle ages. I am middle aged, she said. And I was thinking, okay, you know, jot a note down for that. And then the next thing she said made me laugh, crack up, a little giggle. Yes, I'm middle-aged. I'm 20. This work is just, it keeps you on your toes. And from our perspective, that is certainly not middle-aged. You're still classified as a young child, with much love to those who are 20. And yeah, I cracked up laughing because, God, I feel like I'm still a kid in so many ways. I don't feel like I am nearly mature enough in some regards. But then I sort of think being mature in some aspects is overrated, because, you know, if we're mature and accept the way of life, we do, it's kind of like this thing, right? We don't want to accept the nonsense. We want to have balance. Being mature sort of feels, I don't know, there's something in there anyway. Sorry, I totally distracted myself. So yeah, that was funny. So I think they're wanting us to be reminded that the whole age thing is also an illusion, and it's your social conditioning to give you the representation of who you are and what you're doing. I'm still trying to figure out why am I talking about middle-aged 20-year-old? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We have forgotten what humanity has gone through in all the different genres and ages. And I find these regressions so fascinating, because even what Dolores Cannon would say, you know, a potato picking life still has fantastic experiences to learn and grow from. That potato picker has family, those families have connections and interactions, and there's significance to those connections and interactions. Sometimes they don't always go to purpose according to their life contract. Sorry, they don't get to explore everything that they wanted to do according to their life contracts. And so they are redoing it. Sometimes now it's very fascinating. So anyway, now I'm sort of fumbling over myself, because there was so much other things they wanted me to share with you. Anyway, I'll just say this quickly, because I'm just like super moved also privately. I'm allowed to have my private opinion. I just was experiencing some video footage and some information about the Canadian truckers. Yes, I just feel all my range of pride and joy and proudness. And don't you just love that all of these truckers, all of these people are standing, and they're using their unity within their own communities and industries to make a statement. And for all of my Canadian friends, love you guys. I love everyone who has been supporting me on this journey and supporting our teams to honor us and respect their information and apply it. And there are just so many extraordinary things that are pushing people to step up and make a stand. And those demonstrations always just make my heart explode with pride and joy. And I just think this is a fantastic example what people coming together, what it can look like and what it can do for the vibes. I always feel on a Monday after big demonstrations that the energy feels very dense, and especially now as everyone's starting to sort of, for this country anyway, kind of get back to work and get back to routine with school starting next week and people having to come back onto out from holidays. And we've just gone on this pretend lockdown situation, which is just eye roll worthy, but purposeful for those who are still diligently following the systems, because they have been told so many different which ways they're about to blow. So their tolerance for bullshit is starting to get stronger. Of course, we could say, take off those masks and you will definitely smell the bullshit, but that's sort of judging still. Sorry. And yeah, it's so much to share and say about this. And God, I feel like this is a waffle. They're also acknowledging those people who have opened themselves up to finding their communities. So many people have acknowledged to me, and I've also noticed this myself, as soon as we start thinking what we need and what we want, I want to find more family communities with children our own age. And so, of course, as soon as I do that, then a whole new opportunity comes up for me and my family. And I know that this has happened for other families as well. So just being able to know that there is more options out there for us, and not to just assume we're stuck in certain systems that no longer serve us. So it's all super purposeful to be able to make most people start questioning all of these systems that have never really been here to empower humanity, and to be able to start finding like-minded people and taking back the control and the structures and those systems. So the education system, for example, is having profound awakening, and many people especially the teachers who have stood strong and said they will not be coerced into this experiment. And so they have stepped aside from their paid roles. And so they are prime and perfect to be hired amongst families to be able to then take charge and change the education system for it to be in a private facility, and communities and families all raising their children together with morals that work for them. So love the amazing outcomes from us not by like bowing down to systems. And so it does look scary because, you know, we've been trained to sort of think there's certain things that should happen for us and our children. And when we have to stop and realize that there is more opportunities and more change. Change is scary regardless of whatever it is, but when you overcome that fear and start seeing all the other amazing possibilities and all the other amazing connections, it actually is really advantage, like it's super advantageful. Tongue twist. I'm still drinking my coffee for the morning too, so sorry, it does look a bit disgusting, my coffee. Anyway, there is something else I feel like they're wanting me to, there's something big they want to say and I just don't know. It just feels like this is a really, really, really significant time for humanity. I've said this before. This is our last sort of window of opportunity for us to kind of process all our stuff and, you know, really complete that inner work that we feel is still lingering, feel into the density of whatever is going on for us. Recognize, is it our own energy or is it density from others as we are serving them and helping them release some of their own density? So I feel like what they're wanting to share is the questions you have for them. So let's all participate here and share with me anything that you're wanting more clarification on. I love you guys so much, and I encourage all to not distract ourselves so much with certain things and just take the time to honor ourselves and our feelings and thought processes and just see if there is anything I can assist with. Okay, I love you. Enjoy the day.